It's Friday and we finally live.
Best place to be on a Friday, time to talk sports, make some money, and enjoy our weekend.
Absolutely. So we do best over here, and we hope you guys are ready to strap in with us and have some fun before we get this weekend started.
Absolutely. Ready to lock in, recap all the best sports moments, make a bag,
Absolutely.
and have fun with the best sports podcast around.
Absolutely. Now we got some things planned for you guys tonight in our normal sports, but we're starting off here as normal with the NBA. We're a little later getting started tonight, so we kind of got to hop in a little quicker. We got some bets to give out before these games tip off in about 15 minutes, and some things to talk about.
Absolutely. Let's get locked in early, head over to FanDuel, start our quick betting slate.
Absolutely. A pretty decent slate tonight. The first real big slate since the return from All-Star break. And we got some big names playing tonight, some big names sitting out. So we got some things to discuss and some games to break down. We can start this off with the money line, as we normally do. And the first game on my slate for FanDuel is the Bucks and the Wizards.
Mine's completely. I was going to ask who your first game was. Mine's Memphis and the Magic.
It's always like this.
But we can start with Milwaukee.
Memphis and the Magic are really down here.
Mine's, the complete opposite.
I don't understand. All right, I guess we'll start Bucks and Wizards. This is a game on paper that, if you're a normal NBA fan, you kind of look at this and you're like, it's kind of closer on these lines than I feel like it should be. A couple key things to know in this game. Damian Lillard's out, but Giannis Antetokounmpo is making his return back after his injury before the All-Star break. They're playing the Wizards. Now, one key thing that I really toned in on and didn't realize until I looked at this game, Chris Middleton's debut with the Wizards is against the Bucks.
Yeah, that's going to be harsh.
Yeah. I know Chris Middleton isn't the Chris Middleton of old, but he was a big help there during their championship run. And we know he can get buckets.
Yeah, I mean, outside of Dame starting to start off a little cold there, I mean, Chris Middleton was Giannis's too.
Yeah.
I mean, when they won that chip,
he was
the number two.
Yeah. Averaging over 20 points per game. Obviously, he's taken a step back since then, getting a little older. But he can still get buckets, man. And if he comes out with any kind of a vengeance tonight, he can do a little something.
Exactly.
Just want to make that known. But personally, I think I still got the Bucks in this game. Once again, just Giannis, the biggest name on the court, biggest guy on the court, best guy on the court, all the above.
Exactly.
He should come ball out tonight, fresh from the All-Star break. Expect a big game from him.
Yeah, and you have to pay me to bet U.S. currency on the Wizards.
Literally the worst team in the league. 9-42 or something like that.
I'd have to use your money.
Yeah.
Someone else's money.
I still don't know if I do. It's still kind of risky.
As long as I don't owe them.
Yeah.
Right. I ain't getting that money back.
Yeah. All right. Next game that we're even on is the Knicks and Cavs. And this is a game we kind of discussed a little bit before we started up here. I know you had some opinions on New York tonight. If you kind of want to talk a little bit about it.
Obviously, I feel like you never know with FanDuel, and obviously after the All-Star break, especially last night, they really got to get back on FanDuel. But I mean, one team I've learned as a Pacer fan to not sleep on is the New York Knicks. Obviously, with the addition of Cat, they now have any player that can pop off for 40.
Yeah.
Obviously, Josh Hart and the Villanova connection over there has been amazing. But having Jalen Brunson being able to go for 40, Cat able to go for 40 and 15, it's nasty. But obviously, the biggest weapon for the Knicks is the Cavs are at home.
Yeah.
Where they've lost 4 games.
Yeah. The best record in the league currently, 45 wins, first team to 45. Has just been on an insane run this year. Have played really good ball. Their offense is clicking. We talk about the playmakers in New York. The Cavs have almost an all-star lineup.
Yeah.
Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell.
Evan Mobley's tied for Defensive Player of the Year right now.
Was an all-star this year. Jarrett Allen. You just added DeAndre Hunter. You have a good bench. I mean, they're a deep team. Man.
Yeah.
This is a game that can be very, very competitive.
I mentioned in that show, but I feel like the addition of DeAndre Hunter for the Cavs is a huge piece.
It's what they were missing. It's what they were
that 3 and D.
He never was.
Yeah. You give your bench unit a chance to actually be the bench unit and not have to swap in here and there pieces.
Right. They have a legitimate starting lineup.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary. It's hard for me to bet against the Cavs. like you said, I know the Knicks are no slouches, but this is a battle of two of the best teams in the East right now, and I think the better team prevails. And in my opinion,
especially when they're out. This would be maybe a different conversation if they were on the road and they're playing in the Garden, but it's a lot harder to have that faith in New York when the Cavs are also in Quakers Center.
100%. So I personally have the Cavs.
Yeah,
we agree. All right. Grizzlies and Magic.
Yep. Scary game.
I don't know, man.
A game between two teams that should really be dominant in both of their main aspects, but two teams that are really inconsistent.
Yeah, very much so. The Grizzlies have kind of found a rhythm on the offense lately. Their guys are finally coming back healthy and ready to play ball. But the Magic are no team to sleep on.
I think the Magic give me your last year Rocket vibes.
Yeah.
They got the young pieces. They have players that can snap and go for 30, but they're just too inconsistent right now.
I mean, Franz Wagner and Paolo Banchero are two of the best young players in basketball right now. Let's be real.
Yeah.
They can only build around them. Jalen Suggs. I mean, they have a good roster. So I think this is a game that's too close for me to choose a side.
100%. It could definitely go either way.
Yeah, so we can seize by that one.
Yeah.
We do have to pick it up a little bit. We only got about 9 minutes. Heat and Raptors, another very close matchup game. Two teams that made big trades at the deadline. Raptors obviously bringing in a guy who's not playing tonight.
Yeah. Heat getting away their main piece.
Jimmy Butler.
Outside, obviously, Hero picked up a lot with Jimmy not wanting to play, but...
I was going to say something about Hero. I think he comes out strong tonight. He had a very good All-Star break, played well in the All-Star game, won the 3-point contest. I mean, he's coming off a lot of momentum right now and is the go-to guy.
I was going to say, what other opportunity than being the number one, than to prove you're number one?
Right. I think if I had to pick a side, I'd lean the Heat. But this is also just another game that's very close.
Yeah, very scary.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think we could fade away from this one.
Okay.
Got more faith in the next one.
Absolutely. Mavericks and Pelicans. Is that what's next on yours?
No, ours is
Pistons and Spurs, ain't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, okay, we'll go Pistons first. Because I'm super big on this one as well. I love the matchup. I think this line's a lot closer than what I expected it to be. Obviously, the breaking news, Spurs All-Star Victor Wembanyama is now out for the season.
Yeah, thrombosis, blood clots, the same issue Chris Bosh dealt with. I mean, a big career ender for a lot of players. So let's hope and pray that one of the youngest rising stars that literally could be the face of the league next season. I mean, he's already that huge, but let's hope and pray, knock on wood, even if you're just a basketball fan, you got to pray that Wemby's okay and this can be taken care of.
Future face of the league, man.
Obviously, they added De'Aaron Fox, but I don't think that's enough. The Pistons this season are finally connecting.
Cade Cunningham is that guy. Front runner for most improved player right now. He's playing fantastic basketball. I would never bet against Cade, especially in a situation like this.
Yeah.
So I have the Pistons for sure. Okay, so we can go to Mavericks Pelicans, which should be next.
Yes.
Okay. Another kind of a game that I think I lean strongly one way. Obviously, the Mavericks are without a lot of their bigs. Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford, Anthony Davis. But the Pelicans are just so bad. And it continues to show on like a 5 or 6 game losing streak currently before the All-Star break. Traded away Brandon Ingram, obviously a big offensive piece for them. 13-42. I don't think I could ever once again same reason with this or with the Wizards earlier. It's just hard to bet the team that is underperforming this year.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, barely anybody plays. It's very scary.
Yeah, very inconsistent team in New Orleans. Kind of a trend nowadays, huh?
Yeah.
All right, Thunder and Jazz are next.
Good thing you're a Lakers fan, huh?
Sometimes, I guess. Thunder and Jazz are next. This is an obvious one. The Thunder should blow them out.
I don't mind. It's not. FanDuel just got beef with us.
Dude, I'm over it. This is obviously the most lopsided matchup of the night. Thunder are the best team in the league outside of the Cavs.
Yeah.
Jazz are not very good. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the MVP. This is not a matter of if the Thunder win this game. It's a matter of how much they're going to win this game.
And that's how you're going to have to play it tonight. Obviously, the money line's already dropped to minus 1,200, back up to 1,150, but no value there.
Yeah.
So let's check some spreads.
Yeah, I was speaking of this earlier. There's some really good value and some decent numbers. I think my favorite right now is minus 7.5, sitting at currently minus 290. I think it's really good value for a parlay, and it's not crazy. The Thunder should win this game by double digits. So I think 8's a pretty safe play. I also did mine 6.5. There's a little less value there, a little safer though.
I like the 7.5. It's over half of where the line's sitting right now, so I think it's a safe play.
Okay.
Line's sitting at 15. This morning I saw that. Well, now it's at 16, but
yeah,
that's a risky line.
Without a doubt.
He would be in the Jazz.
Yeah. All right, we got 5 minutes. We got to kick this in. These last two games, I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna spoil it for you. Personally, not adding these games to the parlay tonight. Two more very risky games. Rockets and T-Wolves. If I had to pick a side, I think I'm siding the Rockets. I love Anthony Edwards, but the Rockets are the more complete team, especially when it comes to all the pieces together. But you never know. This is why we're leaving it off.
Yeah, 100%.
Then the Warriors-Kings to close it out. Personally, once again, I think I would side the Warriors, but this is just another game that's
He'll randomly have Sabonis go for a 20-point triple-double.
Yeah, and Curry will have one of his famous 2 for 12 nights, 6
exactly.
So just a game that's too scary. Kind of stay away from it. Still got good value as it is. Currently sitting at a 5-leg. We do have a same game parlay boost tonight, which I think I'm going to add to this. If you guys don't, if you want to just run the money line, obviously you can play it as is. I think personally one of the safest plays from these teams tonight to make it a same game parlay. It's back to Milwaukee. It's Giannis. Decent value for this at 20 plus points. You can add this to this and use the profit boost on FanDuel for it to increase your odds just a little bit.
Absolutely. Get it to a plus 794 right now.
Absolutely.
Quick run back on that. We have the Bucks and Giannis for 20 points.
The Cleveland Cavaliers.
The Detroit Pistons.
The Dallas Mavericks.
And the Thunder minus 7.5 alt spread.
Absolutely. Sling that baby in. Now you got about 3 minutes. We can move on super quick. We have a 30 for 30 we want to give out to you guys before these games tip off because I have a guy that tips off in 3 minutes.
Exactly.
The biggest play of the night, I'm just going to give it away. It's Giannis Antetokounmpo, 30 plus points. 30 plus points. He has a huge opportunity to just go crazy tonight. Really bad team. He's the best player on the court. No Dame. No Bobby Portis.
Which allows the Wizards to keep it close and keep Giannis in the game as well.
Without a doubt. That's my safest play of the night. I think another very safe play is, once again, the MVP frontrunner, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, averages almost 33 points a game. Puts up 30 in his sleep.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter that it's the Jazz. This guy does it.
Yeah.
Regularly. I think he has a mission for the MVP this season. It's been very quick.
He is the MVP. He almost had 30 points in a quarter a few weeks ago.
Well, no, the ladders are still keeping Jokic.
I think on FanDuel, Shai's the by far favorite.
I hope so, because the last ranking I saw, it had Jokic in it.
I'm pretty sure he's the considerable favorite right now. Yeah, minus 500.
Wow.
Jokic is plus 340. He is the MVP. All right, so you can play those two, or I have a couple other things I was looking at. We can obviously agree and disagree, but there's some or specials on the 30 for 30 if you get into the NBA tab on FanDuel. One of my favorites for tonight is Steph Curry or Zach LaVine to score 30 plus. I know we talked about Curry could have a bad night, but I have a lot of faith he's coming out strong. From a very good All-Star break, All-Star game MVP, best guy on the court, obviously, and he can put up 30 anytime he wants to. I think he's a very good shot tonight, but if you want to get a little safer with the bring Zach LaVine into the mix, who's a guy who's coming off a 30-point game in his last game before the All-Star break, and can put up 30 with very minimum shots.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that.
Okay, do we want to leave it at those three?
I like the 3-leg.
Okay, beautiful.
Now with the 30 for 30 FanDuel boost sitting at 812, by the way.
Absolutely. Excuse me. I gotta get these placed in real quick.
They're dropping Giannis' odds. They're watching us. They know our tapes.
See? Alright, I got that slammed in before things got started. Okay, beautiful. We give you a quick rundown back on that as the game's about to tip off now. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 30 plus.
SGA front runner for MVP for 30 plus.
And to close it out, we had Stephen Curry or Zach LaVine to score 30 plus points in the 30 on 30 specials.
A beautiful 3-leg 8-12 odds.
Absolutely. All right. Now we got that spiel in before the game started. We can calm down for a minute and get back to normal content and watch some of our bets to see if we can grab some luck tonight.
Absolutely.
Okay. As for the NBA, that was kind of our main segment for that, but I guess we can kind of talk just for a second about the All-Star break. I think it was okay. It didn't blow me out of the water. A couple big things. Mac McClung, first ever three-peat as the dunk champion. He's nuts, dude. He has brought life back to the dunk contest. He is creative. He's got hops for days.
What's crazy is, I mean, basketball players like us, we've followed Max since high school.
Yeah.
We've seen him doing these things when he was 15, 16.
I was watching him on the Overtime YouTube page.
Exactly. And now he's doing it in the league. I mean, we knew what Mac could do, but to be able to make more than his G League salary, come up and top all these NBA guys twice.
Three times.
Sorry. I mean, having Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine flashbacks, All-Star break, but he's proved himself more than enough. I think proved himself ready for a league spot, if you ask me. But
he's been very well earned a league spot.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a baller when you let him play. He's so athletic, dude. He hits shots. Believe it or not, the dude can shoot too. He's an animal, and I hope he gets a chance somewhere.
The 3-point contest, that was something.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel. I think the 3-point contest has gotten kind of boring. There's not a lot of huge names that participate. Obviously, Damian Lillard has been playing at first round outed this year.
Yeah.
But other guys, I mean, like Buddy Hield, Tyler Hero is cool.
I was going to say, Dame and Hero, I feel like the names brought a lot to it. Maybe Brunson.
Yeah.
But we're getting a lot of people that we know can shoot. We don't have the Curry, Trey,
right,
the plays we'd like to see necessarily out there.
Right. I'm not going to say it was disappointing, but it was kind of Buddy Hield snapped in the first round.
Yeah.
31 points in his hometown, the Bay Area. Or not hometown, but where he plays.
Yeah, now is.
Yeah. But fell short to Tyler Hero in the second round by 1 point. I was very upset.
Yeah.
Had money on Buddy Hield, but, shout out Tyler Hero. It is what it is. He's a shooter. We all know he can shoot. So I guess it was kind of cool to see him bring something back to Miami.
Yeah. Now, for the second lowest watched All-Star break in history, and someone who did succeed for the Bay Area, let's talk about the All-Star game.
Yeah. First ever time for the tournament style between the boys, Kenny, Shaq, and Chuck. And, God, why am I brain farting the woman's name? She was really the coach of the G League team. I don't know. I'm brain farting.
Chris Mullins?
No, the girl that coached Shaq.
I don't remember.
Candace Parker.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Interesting to say the least, I guess.
An hour and a half of Kevin Hart being in
29 minutes of basketball in a 2-hour episode.
Yep.
What? You let us watch 29 minutes of ball.
An hour and a half of Kevin Hart trying to roast players.
And it just wasn't very entertaining. The games when they were playing were cool. I will say, the biggest thing I took from this All-Star break, they turned it up a notch. The players played a little bit. They played some defense. They weren't just walking around throwing lobs and not caring. They were shooting and having fun, but still playing ball. And it was cool to see the competition. But longer games, man. I know it's the All-Star break. You really let them play to 40. You got 9 players on the team. I mean, they can swap.
Yeah, you're seeing your favorite player have a chance to score 6 points.
Yeah. I mean,
that's what you're tuning in for.
Yeah. It was very weird, but I guess it was okay. I don't know if we can expect this to stay around. I think things are going to change every year with the All-Star break. They're just experimenting at this
Until,
point.
something sticks.
Yeah. So I don't know what to expect next year. I guess if they bring this back, make the games longer, let us watch more basketball. But if not, this can go.
Yeah, 100%.
Wasn't a huge fan. Shout out Team Shaq though.
Yeah, so stay tuned for when we break the news of what the new All-Star format is. But
yeah,
for now, this ain't it.
Let's just hope.
Yeah.
That's the best way to put it. Okay, anything else for NBA?
Not at the moment.
All right, beautiful.
Slide this in.
We can transition to our next sports topic. Major League Baseball.
Absolutely. Right in the swing of things.
We're on the home stretch.
Hi.
We have arrived. We can finally watch some baseball.
Yeah.
Spring training has officially begun.
Oh, shout out real quick. Cut off the whole MLB thing. Real quick for some NFL news. Former Saint Sheldon Rankins has been released from the Bengals.
I saw that earlier. I don't have an opinion. I wish the best for Sheldon. We don't want you back. I'll let you know that.
Yeah, he's severely underperformed.
Good luck. I guess is the thing to say. Don't know, don't care,
100%.
Back to MLB though. Spring training is here. The Cubs and the Dodgers. We still don't know what this is. I was gonna say tipped off, batted off. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They started us off the other night. And
teed off? Isn't that the? Didn't we come to that one last season?
Golf though.
Yeah. Pitched off?
I think that's what we were rocking. I don't think that's right. I think we just made that up personally.
Somebody inform us,
because I have no idea.
First pitch?
But yeah, I don't know. Either way, they started the spring training season officially with a big rout. Cubs were on top 12-4 in that game. A couple of homers already in the first spring training game. And some more games played yesterday. Another decent slate tonight. But the biggest, Cincinnati Reds, start tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll say Tito. I don't know what the phrase. It just doesn't feel right. They just start.
None of them slide off smooth. I don't know. But the Reds come back to play tomorrow, and I'm hoping, I think we'll at least see some of the starters for kind of the first two rotations or so. That's kind of been the trend so far at the start. So hopefully we'll see some of the guys tomorrow.
I think especially with new GM Terry Francona, he's going to want to see some things. He's had a lot of practice time now, but being his first season, he's going to want to see how the players feel, how they're fitting in new spots, everything.
No, you're 100% right. This is kind of what spring training's for. It's their preseason to kind of get things prepared and see who plays where. So it'll be cool. Hopefully we'll see maybe some position changes. Maybe Ellie will go somewhere outside of shortstop.
Yeah, he in the outfield would be deadly.
Yeah.
That arm.
Truly. I'm telling you, man, and he's probably the fastest player in the league. I mean, let's be serious. The dude can run.
Yeah. Have him trying to track down a fly ball?
Truly. Yeah, literally. Outside of the Reds, though, I think it's going to be cool to kind of see how some players fit in where.
Yeah, big off-season this year.
Yeah, I know the Yankees played today. Paul Goldschmidt and Cody Bellinger got some bats, and they played well. I think.
Speaking of the Yankees, I know you saw they changed their facial hair policy.
Yeah, can officially grow out a well-groomed beard.
I like that. Some people don't have the same opinion.
I don't know why it really matters. Let's be honest. I get for the older people, it's kind of like a tradition and a staple.
Yeah, professionalism.
Yeah. But let's be
honest. You're telling me you can't be professional with beard?
Yeah, like who cares? Some dudes look better with beards. Let's be real. Like, you look more professional when you got a nice beard.
Yeah, players in New York being clean shaven for the first time in 8 years.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be weird to see who does and who doesn't though. Like Aaron Judge with a beard.
That's not gonna fit. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see Babe Ruth out there? Yeah. Full grown?
Yeah. Like I don't know about it, but definitely something like it's kind of big news for some guys out in New York. But spring training is definitely the biggest. I'm super excited just once again to see how some of these players play in their new situations, and we can kind of get an idea of what we'll see at the start of March. I'm so hyped to build home run parlays and strikeout lays and money lines.
I promise you.
It's going to be a blast.
The 3-4 legs of strikeouts and hit. Ooh!
This is the first year I've ever been excited for baseball. I could say.
Yeah. Normally it just gets here and we're like, all right, let's start things up. This season I've been so tuned in.
Yeah, we kind of paid attention to the whole offseason.
Stay tuned in, by the way, for our Reds giveaways, the games we're going to be going to, because we're going to go to like 50. We got it.
Without a doubt, we need to get season passes.
Got it. We're going to be so in tune to the Reds that we're going to smack 900 lifetime Red bets. We're going to have every stat, yep.
We know every little thing. It's going to be fun, bro. I'm super excited. I'm going to be locked in for sure, because outside of basketball, it's all we're going to have.
Exactly. I felt like, I don't know how we got by without football, but now we can.
Yeah. Now, finally. It's been rough the last week or two, especially during the All-Star break. We have literally nothing going on.
Yeah.
But we'll finally start to get back into the swing of things here very soon. For the moment, though, we talked about wanting to build home run parlays. Let's build one. Now, it's not going to be a single home run. Let's go talk some futures. Fedor's finally listed some season-wide things, obviously, home run-wise. And I know we've kind of taken a peek a few times, and there's some pretty good value.
You can bet on spring draft? Forgot about that.
Yeah, that's like degenerate.
Yeah, you better call the number you start betting on spring draft. That's what I was like, what are the odds looking like now?
I guess.
Hold on.
I guess I'll call the number. Hold on. The Orioles. Let's go to legs.
See?
Orioles, Tigers.
I saw the lines. I'm like, hold on. I started itching already.
Hold on. Now I'm about to slam one of these for tomorrow. About to wake up Saturday and watch some spring training. Dodgers, Diamondbacks, Padres, slim ball. Look at that. That's a beautiful lay. A little 5-piece.
And none of them gonna hit.
No, not at all. That's not what we're here for, though. Let's get out of there before we get sucked into the rabbit hole. It's like hitting a black hole.
I swear.
You get in there, you can't get out.
All right, hold on. We got hit lines on here.
It's a bad.
Yeah, alternate run lines.
Yeah, it's not good. Okay, back to what we were here for. Now listen.
I already got mine set.
I want to talk about one specific pick real quick because it's kind of throwing my mind for a loop, and I kind of want to see where your brain's at with it. Players that hit 40-plus regular season home runs. Aaron Judge, minus 500.
We're talking Shohei, right?
Shohei Ohtani, minus 158. I don't understand it.
I already had it on there.
Yeah, I think that's crazy to me. I understand if he comes back on the mound this year, things may be a little different in the hitting category. But 55 last year as a DH, you telling me he's not going to hit 40? He's going to be in lineups. He's going to play ball. He pitches one time every 5 games. Like, I understand he's going to need a rest, but we've seen him do it before. He plays both ways. This is what he does.
Yeah, the line shocked me because I feel like that 40 should still be right.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I mean Aaron Judge is an obvious 40 smack at minus 500. Probably gonna be the home run leader again.
I had Aaron Judge at 50.
I like that. I didn't know.
Now hear me out for some 30s. I got a couple names to mention.
Okay.
Obviously, I love Kyle Schwarber.
Okay.
It's almost the favorite.
Right.
I feel like that's a snag, but I love Schwarber bombs.
I have 2.
I have 2 more I want to mention. They're throwing me for a loop. Juan Soto,
absolutely,
who I know is playing alongside Pete Alonso, but he had 41 home runs. And
playing alongside Aaron Judge.
Sorry, I had it backwards.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's going to be playing. Yeah, he's going to be playing with Pete Alonso, but alongside Aaron Judge. Exactly. And then Gunnar Henderson.
Those are literally my 2.
Was it the same first?
That's literally what I was going to say. I think I have one more, but those were my main 2. I quite frankly don't get either of those. I think Juan Soto is going to be the number 1 home run leader in New York. I love Pete Alonso. Don't get me wrong. I love Francisco Lindor.
But we're talking younger player, yeah.
Is a different breed. I think he puts up 30 in the first half of the season. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Gunnar Henderson. This man had 28 at the All-Star break last year. I understand he had a horrible second half of the season, but 30. I think he's the best player in Baltimore. Let's be honest. No, obviously, no more Santander. I think it's all Gunnar Henderson in Baltimore right now, and he should put up 30 so easy.
Easy. Sitting at minus 132 is throwing me for such a.
Yeah. Another couple names that I was kind of peeking around at. I have two that I kind of really like. I also love Bobby Witt Jr. I understand he's not necessarily the biggest home run guy. Should have been the winner of the home run derby last year.
Yeah.
He
By a foot?
Yeah.
It was like an inch.
Yeah.
32 last season.
Yeah. On the line. I get that. But I think
he's still young.
Yeah.
He only gets better.
As big of a step as he took last year, I think he takes an even bigger one this year. I think if Bobby Witt can add the 40-plus home run seasons to his resume, he can be in the MVP talks.
We can't add Bobby Witt. I think 5's the max.
Oh, yeah, 5 is the max.
Trying to add Ellie down there.
Listen, I had a couple.
By the way,
I like.
Ellie for 30 isn't the craziest stretch.
I like Ellie. Another guy that I absolutely love sitting at plus money. Listen, I may get flamed for this.
25 last year.
But he's back. Mike Trout.
So hear me out. We throw in this 5-leg.
Okay.
We build one with Ellie.
I also, yes.
Mike Trout.
Okay. Listen, I have another name I like a lot.
Burger and Adolis. Or
I like Burger. I also like, I know he's lower odds, but we didn't even mention him earlier. I love Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I think it's really good odds at 30 plus for him. He's obviously one of the best home run hitters in the league. One of the strongest guys in the league. I love him. I was also looking at some of these guys lower down the list just for good odds and stuff. A couple names that I really love. Jared Duran sitting at plus 520 is insane value. Obviously, don't add him to this, but I think he has a chance to take off this year. I think Rafael Devers is going to take a step back. Obviously, with the controversy at third base now. Jared Duran was one of their most promising players last year. I think he can take off. Who else was I looking at? Oh, I also really loved Lawrence Butler. Maybe a crazy stretch. He had a really good year. The Athletics last year, him and Brett Rooker were their best players. He had games where he had a 4 home run game last year, or 3 home run game, something like that. Obviously, another big bat that's only going to get better. Those are some of my guys I wanted to mention. I love this 4-leg though. If we can have one more to make it 5. This is a beautiful leg.
He had 22. Lawrence Butler had 22 last season.
Yeah, but he also didn't get started till later in the year. He didn't take off for the beginning.
For a 4th Burger?
Yeah, that's what I have. I thought that's what you wanted. We need a fit.
Rice.
Fernando. Matt Olson.
Alvarez.
Santander. Alvarez.
Vladimir Guerrero or
Alvarez.
Alvarez.
Jordan. I like Jordan. I already had Vlad. That was one of my 4. Who was your 4th?
Mike Trout, Ellie.
And who else?
Bobby Witt.
Oh, you added.
Or wait, no, he was on that one, wasn't he?
No, we couldn't.
We could.
Okay, so add Bobby Witt to this one. That's fine. Yeah. I forgot about him. That's a beautiful little 5-leg. That's crazy odds.
Yeah, I was about to say the odds for this one.
Yeah.
Ellie needs 5 more than he had last season. He's one of the youngest players in MLB.
Yeah.
Mike Trout's back.
Yeah, literally.
Burger obviously has competition, but like.
Okay, here's my thing. I don't quite understand the 2 big names can't play together in baseball thing.
I don't. That confuses me.
Baseball
100%.
is a single player sport. I understand. I can't talk. I understand where you are in the lineup is a big factor of how many, obviously, rotations you're going to get. But I think 30 really isn't that many for a lot of these guys. I mean, they're baseball players and they're big bats, and they were a lot of our home run laid last year.
Exactly. I mean, it doesn't change you can't change my mind that just because somebody hits a home run and they're 3rd in the lineup, the 4th or 5th guy can't hit a home run.
Right. I mean, we see it happen all the time.
They may sub after the 2nd home run, but 1 home run given away normally isn't the first indentation they're going to sub pitcher out.
Right. 100%. So I think we cooked up some beautiful little 5-leg lays there for you guys.
Now this is already 3. Good start.
Yeah. Bucks are down currently.
Oh, yeah, down 6. The Wizards. Crazy. They'll come back. Giannis probably out for the game.
More than likely. That's probably why they're in a timeout.
Grizzlies up 7. Cavs up 10.
Good Lord, I told you.
Yup.
The Cavs, man. That boy's nice. Okay. Is there anything else baseball we kind of wanted to talk about?
Just to stay tuned. All our baseball giveaways, and as the season unfolds, everything that we have in store.
It should be a much better baseball season even than it was last year for us.
100%. I also want to mention our winnable,
Absolutely.
winable.com/TravisJonShow went on a 20-plus day streak of 3 home run picks, like a day. So,
absolutely.
If you got a free second to type that in,
and they were free.
Win some money.
Every day they were free. We don't ask for nothing. We just ask for your support. That's it.
Exactly.
And hopefully win you some money.
Absolutely. Follow along so you can see all the other picks.
Yeah, we're looking to do that again this year, so you're definitely not going to want to miss it. It's going to be a blast.
I'm trying to have 182 straight.
That'd be crazy. That'd be like Guinness World Record crazy.
Exactly.
That's what we're aiming for, though. So make sure you tune in. All right, we can move on. We have next up for you guys, obviously, the NFL. Unfortunately.
I was going to say the unfortunate news is we made it to the off season. So.
Yeah. And the sadness it became a thing. I miss it so much. I sound like I'm talking about my ex or my dog or something.
That's how it is, though.
But
real fans understand.
Yeah, I mean, it's rough. It's going to suck being without football again for another, 6 months or something of my life. Something crazy. They not start back till like September.
Yeah, August.
August
or September. Maybe September. I think it's September.
I think preseason starts in August.
Because I thought it was August. Because that's when you go back to school.
Yeah.
So that's the boring time for the preseason.
Yeah, 100%. So we're going to suffer through it, but we're still going to make the most of it. We have an off season to look forward to. Obviously, the draft and free agency.
Absolutely. Just about a month until the combine starts.
Yeah.
Obviously, we did our first mock 2 weeks ago, right along with our Super Bowl parlay. But
absolutely,
the off season is truly here.
Yeah. We're obviously going to have a lot more mocks, though. We're going to have a lot to talk about during the off season. We love to dig into the rookies and best fits, and obviously we're big rebuilders on Madden, so we kind of love to give out our opinion on how an off season should look.
Absolutely. We'll grade the draft when that gets here. We'll grade off seasons. We'll rate teams. All the fun off season stuff you can imagine.
Absolutely. So I don't want to miss that. For now, though, we have not been back yet since the Super Bowl. So let's talk about it a little bit. I don't know. Okay, I can't say I don't know how I feel. I do know how I feel. I'm very excited. And I'm not saying this because I'm a Chiefs hater, just because I wanted to see them lose. I did want to see them lose. That's not why I'm happy. I'm happy for one specific person, and that's Saquon Barkley. I'm so happy for him. He deserved this so much.
The most deserved ring.
Of all time. This man quite possibly could have been the greatest running back season ever if Nick Sirianni wouldn't have rested him in Week 18.
Yeah.
Put up over 2,000 yards during the regular season. And continued that dominance into the playoffs.
Yeah, to not only swallow your pride, and he came out publicly and said that he wanted to go for the record.
Yeah.
And then obviously said that his teammates and the coach talked more about the winning, and obviously he got that into the system. But to put aside a chance of etching your name in the history books so you can etch the team's name into the history books is huge. Yeah.
Legendary.
I mean, off of last season alone, this could be a Hall of Fame player now in a few years. But to chip things off with a ring, this makes things 10 times sweeter.
This man came into Philadelphia in 1 year and cemented his legacy.
In the same division
as the team that didn't want it.
The same division that said you don't pay a running back $16 million for a $43 million quarterback to handle.
And look what he did.
You don't have that quarterback either.
And you don't have him. And now he has a Super Bowl ring with a division rival.
Yeah, you have a top 3 pick, and he has a ring.
Yeah. I think the trade-off was pretty nice for Saquon.
Yeah.
It's so cool to see, man. Obviously, shout out that entire Eagles team, though. It wasn't just Saquon. They had one of the most explosive offensives in the playoffs.
We want to mention, I watched a breakdown last night I watched a few breakdowns, but last night, I mean, seeing the reads Jalen Hurts made in the second quarter and how no team disguises their safeties and rotates their safeties like the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts picked that up the whole second half. After that interception, the audibles he made, he read the secondary within like 2 seconds one play and broke out of the pocket off of just what they were doing. I mean, he stepped things up so much. Obviously, all season we talked about he didn't hit the 175 mark.
Right.
He hadn't been like the true leader because he has all these people around him. But when it mattered most, he stepped up.
He did. I 100% agree on it. We had a lot of Jalen Hurts hate throughout the year. Not really hate, but just kind of doubt, I guess. But he came out after the Commanders and he said, "This is what y'all wanted to see."
Yeah, he played it like me on Madden, man. Every time a safety dropped down, he threw it to the best one-on-one wide receiver in A.J. Brown.
And it worked. He threw one to Devontae, too. I mean, he had weapons, but he got the ball to them. You know, it takes a good quarterback to run an offense, and he did that.
Yeah, I remember one of the last calls of the game. It's like, oh, are they going for the check? Oh, or the dagger to Devontae Smith, lob in the end zone.
Yep.
It was a great game. I mean, obviously, it felt great to see Saquon, Jalen Hurts, and all the Eagles be able to overcome the Chiefs, be able to top off their great season.
Yeah.
But the downfall of the Chiefs.
Yeah. Now listen, it's crazy to say the downfall when they were still in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
It just goes to show the dominance they've had.
Exactly.
But it was a very disappointing season in third terms. You know, the offense was kind of stale. Didn't have a single game in their regular season over 30 points. Had it, twice in the playoffs? Once in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They didn't even hit it in the Super Bowl. And their offensive line got manhandled.
Yeah. I mean, you have multiple one-possession games. You're winning. I mean, people are calling it black magic because you're winning every game last second by a penalty. They got picked up, a blocked field goal, a blocked punt, all these things that should never happen, but happened last second of the game for the Chiefs, obviously.
Right.
But when it matters most, none of that is on your side.
Yeah.
You got completely showed out.
Yeah. It was kind of a dominant performance. Don't let the score fool you. They were up 40-6 going into the fourth quarter.
Exactly. They let them get one.
Yeah. I mean, it was some last-second chucks. I seen something on Instagram I thought was hilarious. And it was the NFL's YouTube page posted a Patrick Mahomes highlight video from the Super Bowl as like a 2.5-minute clip. And you click on the video, and the very first highlight starts in the third quarter.
That's embarrassing.
That's crazy. His first highlight of the game.
Because I'm pretty sure he went to halftime like 11 yards, 24 yards.
Had 2 picks, I think, in the first half. It was wild. I don't know if it was, the superb Eagles defense or if it was just something with the Chiefs.
I want to mention that the Eagles also never blitzed.
No.
The whole game.
4-man rush.
69% quarterback pressure with not a single blitz play ran.
They had forced more negative yards in Mahomes in the first half than he had total yards. It was insane, dude. He was getting sacked every time he dropped back.
All facets of the Eagles team snapped.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't just Jalen Hurts finally stepped up. It wasn't the defense came up huge. That whole team snapped.
Played so well. Cooper DeJean, birthday boy, got him a pick 6.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we didn't see what we thought the lock of the game was in the Saquon Barkley touchdown category. Kind of one of his lower tier performances, especially in the playoffs. Didn't crack 100 yards. I don't think he cracked 70, which is still crazy. I mean,
it's rough, but this is the power of Saquon. Though their whole defense shifted on every play action.
Yeah.
They literally said that Spagnuolo said that we got to set up a wall. I want to see the backs of my players' jerseys. I don't want any of them turned around. And that whole defense was focused on Saquon.
Yeah.
So maybe they held him to a small game, but that's what opened up everything else. That's what opened up the Devontae touchdown, the 4 bombs to A.J. Brown.
Literally.
The 1 yard short touchdown to Dawson.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a masterclass all around.
100%. Can't take nothing away from Philadelphia. Shout out the Eagles, man. We said we wanted them to win the whole time. After the Super Bowl was a thing. But it was an okay game nonetheless, man. Hopefully we'll, see the Eagles back next year, or Saquon Barkley finally breaking the record.
I'd love to see a competitive season where there's more than like 2-3 teams we kind of expect to be there. I feel like now the Chiefs are more of an enticing team to watch because it's the battle back to the Super Bowl, back to the 2-peat you had. You were an inch away from history, but now it's a struggle. You got a possible superstar, Travis Kelce, one of the best tight ends, if not, top 3 regardless, who, we don't know if could hang it up this season. If not, it's next year. But, a lot of things to fix for Kansas City. They also got like 25 players hitting free agency, so a lot of things to fix over there, but I don't think they're out of the picture. Obviously, the Lions are still a huge team to watch. The Ravens are going to be exciting. Right, the whole season under their belt. I'm excited.
Yeah, and that finally have possibly the return of their best actual wide receiver, and Rashee Rice, who was on pace for something crazy before he got hurt last year. So definitely something to keep an eye on. We'll kind of see how the Eagles retain that very deep roster, how they pay everybody over there.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens next year. Super excited though. Hopefully we get Detroit Lions luck next year. I know. Saints fan.
I got a couple rebuilds.
Yeah, hard to see it, man. Hard to see it.
I see Justin Fields going with rain.
Going where?
Go with rain.
Where?
Steelers.
Where?
Pittsburgh.
With the Steelers.
QB1.
After they fired Mike Tomlin.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably the only time of that.
Yeah. Anything else from the Super Bowl that you kind of wanted to mention?
I think that's kind of everything.
Well, I think that pretty much covers most of the stuff we have planned tonight. Or all of it, I guess I should say. Unfortunately, didn't have a whole lot planned tonight, just getting back into the swing of some things.
Absolutely. Big shout out to anybody that tuned in. Obviously, it was a later show than usual. We normally start at 6 every Friday.
Yeah.
But later show with some issues going on and a shorter slate with the off season just starting, not having a lot of things planned out just yet. But still a great show. Recapped everything. Hopefully our bets are looking good. Obviously, as the off season in the NFL unfolds, more things will happen here. We'll have more planned for the MLB as it's just kicking off. Obviously, the NBA will continue to move things around there.
Absolutely.
Excited.
Yeah, it's only going to get better. Let's put it that way. We're going to have a lot of fun these next few months, even with the downtime in football. So we hope you guys are ready for that. And we're super excited to bring it to you. So make sure you stay tuned.
Absolutely. Stay tuned to our Facebook if that's where you're watching us. Make sure you follow if you're not, because that's where a lot of our off-season posts go. We got, like I said, grades, rankings, a whole bunch of things there. Obviously, giveaways coming up soon with the MLB starting off. So make sure you're following this thing too.
Absolutely. Definitely stuff you're not going to want to miss. Linktree in our bio. Go check that out. Give us a follow. Anything you possibly have. We appreciate all the love and support.
Yeah, absolutely. Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Winnable.
Everything.
Podcasts,
iHeart,
platforms.
Yeah. All over the place. Definitely can't miss us. But I think that's about it for us. We hope you guys enjoyed. We appreciate, once again, anybody who tuned in. We're excited to see you guys back here next week. As always,
it's been the Travis and John Show.
Live.
On Facebook Live.
And
TikTok Live.
Peace out, y'all. Everybody have a great weekend.